Right, welcome to another lovely dating video. It's a cold day in Iowa. Today, we are going to talk about divorce, the number one cause of divorce in all of America. It's not what you think. And then we are going to talk about the way to fix it. So here we go. Now, the number one thing about divorce that you always hear on little shorts all over YouTube is, it's some influencer who's really muscly and he looks good and he's probably some fitness expert and he's in front of a podcast. They got nothing to talk about. And the guy says, well, I know what it is. It's this. And the guy's really overstepping his boundaries and he's always wrong. Or you always have some bean counter dude, and the bean counter dude is like at a university in front of a computer and he's like, I've compiled the most recent statistics. And what I have found out is through looking in 20 books each day for the last 17 years of my professorial career, I found out that the problem with divorce is blank. Now these dudes are always wrong. They're always wrong. They have no idea what's going on. So today I'm going to tell you what's going on, and it's not going to be a big surprise. I believe that the reason divorces happen is because you have different needs between a man and a woman, and when those needs clash, right now, the woman's needs are winning. Kinda. Let me explain. All right. A woman has a need, conscious or unconscious, usually unconscious, to absolutely have security. And she gets that security by understanding thoroughly her man's level of dominance. How dominant is my man? If I understand exactly what that is as a woman and I accept it, then I am secure in my relationship. I love my man, and that's how that works. Okay? On the man's side, as men, we get into a relationship and then we just kind of think that everything should be peaceful. We want to have peace. We want to maintain our peace, and that's what we want. That need is like paramount. We just want to have a peaceful, nice life, Terrible individuals we are. What horrible creatures we are for wanting to have a peaceful, nice relationship. So, here's how the divorce is created. Here's how the demise happens. The man's needs and the woman's needs, they clash. The woman has to know and figure out her man's level of dominance, and she has to test it and pick and prod and poke and do all those things. And the guy just wants peace. In the process of this happening, the man gives up his level of dominance. He trades his dominance for peace, temporarily. But what's really happening is this trade that he has for giving his dominance away for some peace results in the woman not being attracted to him anymore. You see, dominance equals attraction. If you can be interpersonally dominant with the person you're in a relationship with, then she will be attracted to you. She will love you. So how does this work in practice? All right. The guy's watching football. He's watching the game. He's chilling out. And his person he's in a relationship with comes in and she says, hey, I told you to take the trash out 87 times. Why is this so hard? I told you 87 times. Last week we talked about it. This week we talked about it. Blah, 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 blah. And the guy's thinking in his head, oh, shit. I just want to watch the game. So what he does is he says, all right, I'll take the trash out. Okay? Now you might think, if you're a moron, you might think to yourself, happy wife, happy life, right? That's good saying, happy wife, happy life. The problem is, if that's your code of conduct in your relationship, then you might not have noticed that in the middle of this interaction where your wife comes in and yells at you, she is in a position of already not respecting you. And you're not only allowing it to happen, but you're supplicating as it's happening, right? This is just a made-up scenario that probably never happens, right? But anyway, what's happening is she addresses you in a tone that's very aggressive and dominant. You don't correct it. You think it's okay. You do what she says. And then in the course of doing that, you give up a little bit of your power, right? Now, you might think that's not a big problem, but what happens is over time, there is an erosion of your level of dominance, your standing, your respect that you're getting in your relationship, up to and including the point where the woman has lost respect for you. She doesn't believe you're dominant because she's the dominant force in the relationship. You're Mr. Submissive over here, just doing whatever she says, and then guess what? Her attraction level, her attraction for you is gone. Right now, because she believes that you're not attractive, she doesn't, I don't know, I just don't feel it. She doesn't feel it anymore. Doesn't feel attraction towards you, doesn't respect you. In fact, she disrespects you. Now, she believes that your level of dominance is low, right? That's the way she screens guys out. She believes that your level of dominance is low. Quite honestly, it really is. So it starts to become a better idea for her to leave you and to find a real man, right? And when she goes and talks to her friends, she's going to catch a lot of support from her friends. You know, he wasn't good enough for you anyway. I always thought X, Y, and Z about him. Blah, blah, blah. So this is what I believe is causing a divorce to happen, right? It's an erosion of dominance over time. Now, this goes a little bit deeper, okay? Let's take it a little notch deeper here. What I believe is really going on is not only an erosion of dominance, but a lack of establishment of dominance. You were never the dominant guy in the first place, most often. Usually, when you enter a relationship, you have a certain level of dominance that's kind of acceptable for the girl to date. She's like, okay, this guy's good enough, I'll date this guy. And then she's gonna pick and prod and poke her way into figuring out what your true level of dominance is. So I would argue that you should establish dominance in the beginning, and then after you establish dominance in your relationship, you should maintain it. You will have to maintain it because she'll still do a little bit of poking for the first 3 to 5 months, maybe longer of the relationship if you don't quite know what you're doing. And that will happen until your level of dominance is fully established, right? So you establish in the beginning, you maintain, and then the amount of maintenance goes down, right? Less and less maintenance until you hear things like, love, I love you, oh my gosh, I just never thought I'd feel this way, all that stuff, right? All right, so if you can establish your dominance in your relationship, interpersonally, socially with the person you're in a relationship with, and you can maintain that dominance, you are going to maintain your attraction forever. Yay, we've made it. We've made it to relationship bliss. That's how this happens. That's all I have to say today, guys. Thanks for watching.